Bad news today for owners of inexpensive Android TV boxes. A new malware threat is now circulating. If you're watching this video as a short, tap on the thumbnail in the bottom right hand corner right now to see the full video. If you're already watching the full video, hold tight, more details coming up shortly. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things help us make more great videos for you. Well, it appears as of September 2023, a new Mirai malware bot variant has been spotted infecting Android TV set-top boxes used by millions for media streaming. The malware doesn't seem to be infecting any of the mainstream media TV streaming boxes like the Nvidia Shield Android TVs made by mainstream manufacturers or Fire TV sticks. It seems to be hitting boxes like the Tanix TX6, the MX10 Pro 6K and the H96 Max X3. Other devices are also affected, but generally they are lesser known boxes. But nonetheless, they are still being used by millions of users out there for streaming. So how does this malware get to the box and what can it do? Well, the malware can be installed via a firmware update, or it can be installed by sideloading certain apps. In most cases, users are tricked into downloading and installing streaming pirated movies and TV apps through websites that mainly single out Spanish-speaking users, such as Latino VOD, Telelatino, UniTV and Ucine TV, so avoid those apps if you are offered them anywhere. Also, you should only download firmware from your device's manufacturer and nowhere else. So what happens if you get this malware? Well, it might not become apparent that you've actually got it, because what it does is it basically turns your device into a zombie device as such. And what it can be done is it can then be controlled by somebody else outside and used for all sorts of illegal activities, such as DDoS attacks, so denial of service attacks. This means flooding a server to bring it down. So your box alone can't do that, but your box and many others all flooding a server with requests can block it and stop users from getting into it. This is often done if a hacker wants to take revenge on a certain service or even bribe them. Now, one of the biggest problems with these inexpensive Android TV boxes is, and like I say, it's not limited to these three devices that you can see on your screen now. There are other ones. Generally, they are of unknown brands or cheap Chinese brands, and not like the Fire TV sticks, the Roku sticks, or a Sony Android TV or an Nvidia Shield. These, as far as we know, are pretty safe, although you should still take care when downloading apps onto these devices. Only download apps from recognised sources. But the biggest problem with these units that come from China is when they leave the factory, they're perfectly safe. But quite often these boxes are sold as fully loaded boxes, and what they do is they go to a distributor, and then the distributor puts on their software or updates, or they get software and updates from other sources. And quite frankly, how do you know if that software they're putting on is safe before passing the box on to you? You really don't. So the best advice I can give really is to try and avoid these boxes. Only buy Android-based TV boxes from recognised sources. Be very careful what you load onto them. Make sure that you only load stuff that's in recognised app stores such as the Google Play Store. And when downloading firmware updates, only download that firmware update from the device manufacturer's website. Do not go to a third-party website, because you really don't know what's been injected into that firmware update. And once it's in the firmware, it's going to be pretty tricky to get it out. And if you do suspect that your box is part of a botnet through a malware infection, then the best thing you can do is unplug the box from the network and unplug it from the mains. Or if you can, factory reset the box and reload the firmware from the manufacturer's website. So there we are, hopefully some good tips for you there. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please help support this channel. Have a look in the description down below if you're in the market for a Fire Stick accessories, or subscribing to a VPN, then please try to use the links below. They really do help support this channel. It helps me to dedicate more time into researching and bringing you these videos. And whilst you're at my YouTube channel, why not stick around? Have a look through my channel. I've got thousands of other videos right here, right now, covering all sorts of subjects. Hopefully, whilst you're here, you're going to find something to educate you, entertain you, amuse you, and maybe even save you some time and money.